Okay, we're live.
Okay, thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Borough Park Summit Council meeting, July the 1st. In attendance, we have Mrs. Brady, Mrs. Simrel, present, Solicitor Krolak,
Present.
Mr. Guzza,
Present.
Mr. Mitchell,
Here.
Mayor Kelly,
Here.
Borough Manager,
Here.
Jean Hallinan,
Here.
Bob Shields is not here, and Chief Kevin Ziekhaus.
Here.
Thank you. We're going to stand for a moment of meditation. Our Chief, lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Our first item on our agenda is our proclamation for our newly retired chief, Chief Chris Jones. And we're going to have our mayor do the proclamation.
Yes.
Chief, would you like
Hey, welcome.
to?
Up here.
Yeah.
Hang
Go ahead, we'll do something.
Sorry, guys.
No,
It's all good. Here for me.
Heights, it's 766.
What's that?
I have it set, the air conditioning.
No, we'll get it in there. That's the borough's always on.
Oh,
Pretty well mistaken.
How about?
Over there?
Like, in front?
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Thank
Put you right in front of the council table here, Harry. and-
Yes.
I got my steps in today. I gotta figure out how to run it. Save money here. Yeah,
Okay.
all right,
You're up there.
here we go. Stand right there. A proclamation honoring Chris Yarnes and declaring this day of July 1, 2026 as Chris Yarnes Day in the borough of Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. By Mayor Harry Kelly is announced one and all. We, the people who are assembled here today, have come to pay tribute to this borough's retiring chief of police. Chief Yarnes began his journey in public service immediately after graduating from Montrose Area School District, 1981. In the enlisted United States Air Force, law enforcement specialist. Following his military service, Chief Yarnes continued to protect and serve as a county security officer, the United States Marshals Service, and later as a chief deputy sheriff of Wyoming County. In November of 1990, Chief Yarnes joined the Clark Summit Borough Police Department. In 2013, he was appointed officer in charge. And in April 2014, he was named chief of police. Chief Yarnes secured grant funding for every police vehicle acquired during his tenure. He introduced in-car camera systems and led Clark Summit to become the first department in the Abington area to deploy body-worn cameras in February of 2022. It is with great pride and recognition that we acknowledge Chris's dedication to the community. We thank you for your leadership, your sacrifice, and your steadfast commitment to this community. Wish you a long, healthy, and fulfilling retirement. So being of sound mind and in full witness hereof, I officially declare it Chris Yarnes Day in the borough of Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. Thank you. Well, relax. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger, right? What's that?
Just gotta stay in this family.
And the family? Yeah, sure. Everybody came.
Look it out.
No, Harry, we want to get you.
You're the most handsome guy I've ever.
No, that's what. How was that?
She wants one with council and then one with famous.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Right here.
You want swaps and not behind
Oh,
Is there a blocking over there?
okay, yep, no, perfect. Ready? Perfect.
All
That's
right.
great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
What else is in there?
Oh, also,
That's what it says.
Badly.
See something. Yes.
Thank you.
Utility wire.
Congratulations.
Early.
Congratulations, guys.
Right.
Okay, bye-bye.
You want to come up here?
All right, it's that. No. That's nice.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
$3,000, I'm around. Thanks.
Thanks, Chief.
Congratulations, Chief. Thanks. Thanks, buddy.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Listening to shops. Yes.
Amy, I'll send you the pictures too.
You guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna scan everything and then I'll get it to them, so. Yep.
Okay, the next thing on our agenda is the approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
We have a second.
Second.
Thank you. Any question? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We just have it 7-0.
Six.
Or
Six.
6, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Next is the approval of the minutes for our June 3rd rural council meeting and our June 24th reconvene and work session. We have a motion to approve both of those meetings.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second. Gene can have it.
Okay, on the question, all in favors?
Aye.
All opposed, favors have it 6-0. Next is our public comment or input. We have anyone who would like to address council?
Good evening, council. I'm Dave Rinaldi. My address is 404 Fairview Road in Clark's Green. And I come before your council today to praise the retiring Chief Yarnes. Back in November of 2016, Clark Green Council held a vote in which they approved a proposal by Clark Summit Police Department to patrol Clark's Green Borough. I was fortunate enough to be one of the people who was able to vote in favor of that and make the switch after many, many years with the other department. I want this council to know, and I want all of Clark Summit to know, that Chief Yarns was the greatest reason why we had such a seamless transition from one department to the other. Why we had such a good relationship with the Clark Summit Police Department. Chief Yarns was there for anything that the borough or the borough residents in Clark's Green needed. And he did a tremendous job gaining the confidence of all of our residents. As a result, we had the contract renewed, and it's been almost 10 years now that Clark Summit Police Department has been patrolling Clark's Green. That night, after the meeting, I approached Chief Yarns, who I didn't know. I shook his hand and I said this to him: the residents of Clark's Green are betting on you. And I want Clark Summit to know that that turned out to be like hitting the lottery. He's a wonderful man. He couldn't have been better to the residents, and he couldn't have been better to the council in Clark's Green. He was there almost all the time at the meetings, and then your new chief started to come. But I'm very confident also that Chief Yakauskas will carry on that tradition. He's well known, he's well liked in Clark's Green, and I hope that the relationship between the borough and the police department continues into the future. So, good luck to you, Chief. Thank you. I hope you have a very successful career, run as the police chief. Appreciate it. So, thank you very much. I want to thank Clark Summit Borough for having the courage to bid back then in 2016. And as I say, it turned out to be one of the best things, in my opinion, that the council was able to do while I had served. So, thank you very much. I appreciate you listening to me, and I appreciate your time. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it very much. Something else you'd like to address? Absolutely.
Council, everybody, welcome, Mayor. Mark Cordelli, Lackawanna County. I'd like to share some wonderful activities that are going on in and around Lackawanna County. And first one, unfortunately, I have to start with is the weather, right? Weather's coming just like the winter time. There was a cold blue. Well, our county area agency on aging, along with Age Friendly, the JCC, and United Neighborhood Groups have collaborated with their senior centers, being a cooling center. Okay, there are locations, times. I have emailed this to Jen. I'm going to leave a copy for this. Please post it, share it, send it out with the temperatures escalating, possibly into the hundreds, high 90s, low hundreds. People during the day. Now there are locations on here. For example, your Hillside Park is senior center will be open from 8:30 to 4:30. So people during those times can go and hopefully cool off, get some refreshments, and hopefully feel better, get out if they have to get out of the heat. So most important, we're trying to help protect the citizens of Lackawanna County and your residents here. Next, if you haven't, ladies and gentlemen, already, dog wardens have been canvassing Lackawanna County, looking for those unlicensed dogs. So if you haven't gotten your dog's license, please do so. This is a program that is not run through Lackawanna County. It is actually run through the state. It's through the gaming department through Pennsylvania, but we are a pass through for them. But those who don't have their dogs properly licensed, the fine is up to $500. So please do that. And also, Angela Rempe Jones asked me to share if you would like to have a representative from the treasurer's office come out here to sign people up, your residents, for dog licenses. You can just coordinate a day and time if your facility is available for your residents to come here as opposed to trying to go to the city and get dog licenses. So offer that opportunity for you guys. Next, our Registers of Wills and Marriage License Bureau is extending the hours of the last Thursday of every month. And this month, the date happens to be July 23rd, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. for those who are getting married and also those who might need their real ID to come in, get it, because it's really important to travel and do other things for that. Next, through Joe Dorenza, our communications director, we are having a flyer, and I'll send this to you via email as well, Jen, tomorrow, about activities and things that are going on in Lackawanna County. So it's just everything's consolidated into this. For example, the commissioners meeting, when the commissioners are meeting, this Friday, July 3rd is Sprantastic Spectacular, the fireworks show down in downtown Scranton. Please don't, weather permitting, come on down if you're able to attend. And something about FIFA, FIFA, it's attracting the world. Downtown Scranton at the courthouse is a fan zone area, so 4th and 5th, they have the 6th on here, but also the next week would be the 18th and 19th for the exciting games. Man, those penalty kicks are exciting, aren't they? So captivating on the edges of our seats, as well as some other activities that I'll explain here on the flyers that I have, but it's a nice consolidation. It's a nice piece to get out there. So our area agency on aging also is having and starting this month their Fridays in the Park. There's a list of Ellsworth, Covington, and the dates are on here, starting on Friday, July 10th. It's going to be at Ellsworth. The 17th will be at Covington. For example, the 24th will be up at Marley Sinoski. It is for adults 60 plus, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is free. Space is limited to the first 50 people. So, and there's a phone number on here to call them, make a reservation, and or if they need transportation help and assistance with that. So wonderful opportunity. All right, raise your hands. Anybody having difficulty with their broadband internet connection? It's dropping, it's failing, it's doing nobody. Okay, well, good. That's a great thing. All right, but anyway, internet, broadband, internet. Sorry. I'm talking this way and you're back here, so I apologize. Through Lackawanna County, we've hired this company organization, HRG, to do a broadband study. We're trying to make coming out of COVID, when kids are in school, not everybody had internet to be able to get on their computers and do the homework or schoolwork at home. So we're trying to help find those weak spots or spots that aren't as active or they're drop spots and make them strong. So that's what this broadband survey is for speed and accuracy. If you are willing to and want to, this is the actual that you have to enter in the address. Sorry, thank you. The internet address that you go onto this page to take the survey. The survey is only about 5 to 7 minutes. It doesn't take long. They do ask that you either use your work computer and or your home computer, not your cell phone, not our cell phones, because that's connected to Verizon, AT&T, and those organizations. So we're wanting to find out the hard direct connectivity, if it's weak or if it can make it stronger. So this is a wonderful opportunity to help some people have stronger internet. Next, we have Arts in the Park. All right, this is another free, wonderful event. It's for kids ages 4 to 12 years old, and it's going to start on July 14th up in Covington, July 21st at Marley Sinoski, and so forth. It's again 12 to noon. It's free at the parks. Wonderful activities. face painters, balloon, all kinds of great activities, music. They also got into martial arts, a couple times to help people. And lastly, on July 24th and 25th, we are having, again, our Lackawanna County Street Basketball, 3-on-3 basketball contest. You know, if anybody's interested, please have them sign up as soon as possible. They can also sign up by using the QR code that is on here. Sorry about that. If you, girls, boys, men, adults, leagues, anybody that's interested in participating, would love to entertain the idea. That's all I have at this moment. Anybody have any questions for me? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to tell you, I got tickets to Big Boy because of your last visit. I knew I had to get tickets, so
Okay.
thank you.
Well, great. How was your experience?
I loved it. I
Oh,
loved every
great.
second, so thanks for that information.
Sure, appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And Mr. Sturry did a wonderful job. We had a round of coffee with the commissioners, and you did a wonderful job representing, as always, Clark Summit Municipal. And thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it too.
Thanks.
Sorry. So thank you very much. Also, I'm sorry, lastly, on behalf of the commissioners and myself, wish everybody in totality a happy and safe Fourth of July holiday. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Perfect. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you. Anyone want to address council? I see you, Mike, here tonight, with Jen. You had sent all the paperwork, did you say?
I'm updating the medical emergency plan. We have one in place. We have everything drawn up. I'll get that forwarded over tomorrow. I didn't know if you guys wanted a general idea of what I was looking to do, like an overview.
With our public comment, if you wanted to.
Sure, you're more
Oh,
than welcome to speak.
It's
Nobody-
Whatever,
Sure, Mike.
whatever you need.
You're more than welcome. We didn't have an actual application, a completed application from you, so that nothing got forwarded, so council has no idea.
Okay, then,
Why don't you go on the
sure,
podium?
okay. So my name is Mike O'Neill, and I'm wearing an absolutely ridiculous shirt. And my friends made me wear it. So today is my birthday. So I think we should just vote now. So, December 3rd, I bought the Knicks. Right next door. And honestly, when I was going into it, I thought, I'm gonna be like walking around Clark Summit, going door to door to businesses, handing out menus and all that, and I didn't have to do anything. I literally opened the door and everybody came in. And the support from the town has been absolutely amazing. Like it really just, it's been fabulous, night after night after night. Everybody has the greatest things to say, and it's so much fun to be a part of this community. So with that in mind, we took part in Ice Fest and we got the sculpture and everything outside during that time. And we had a great time. It was absolutely fabulous. The only problem was it was 0 degrees and I wanted to die. It was so cold outside. So I said, wouldn't it be fun if we did something when it was warm out? And I came up with an idea. I want to have a music fest in Clark Summit. So I started thinking, I own the only place. It was the old bar in Clark Summit, and Tommy Hill owns John Case Pub. So we have these 2 old bars in Clark Summit. So that started rattling around in my head, and I said, you know what, we're gonna have bands, and I'll have a band play at my place, I'll have a band play at Tommy's place, and just kind of go back and forth. Then it started thinking further and further, and we would like to block Depot Street for 6 hours on July 25th. So July 25th was the day that we chose. We were thinking the first week of August, but there's so many other activities going on. I looked at it as a way to bring people into the town. And I was talking to Jerry. I went to Jim Thorpe not too long ago. A bunch of my friends got on the train and we drove to Jim Thorpe, and there's just people wandering the streets all day long, and it's so much fun. And I think that Clark Summit has the potential to be that, like to do that same thing. And Tommy and I are working together, you know. So the basic idea is if we could block Depot Street for 6 hours, I'm gonna rent a mechanical bull of all things. We're gonna put it outside. It's fully insured by the company that brings it. We're gonna have bands playing, alternating, which would allow the people to walk up and down Depot Street. And then the streets that are on Depot Street can put tables outside or whatever they would like to do. The other side of the street where there aren't very many businesses, people could sell crafts or whatever. I think it'll bring people to the town. I think it will be something for people to do. And I think it's something that we could do year after year after year and have it grow into something as wonderful as the Ice Fest. So that's my vision of it. And I just wanted to give you like a sketch of what we're looking at.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Mike?
So you're saying that we don't have a completed event application yet, and that's why we don't have it?
Yeah,
I guess-
I filled out part of it, and then when the emergency medical plan and the traffic plan, I have no idea what any of that was about. I've spoken to other people who have done it, and now I know exactly what we're looking to do, and I'll have everything completed and sent over.
Well, fortunately, the way that our policy works is that as long as it's approved by the borough manager and the police chief, it doesn't have to come to us for a vote, because the timing wouldn't facilitate that anyway. But I wonder if, we've talked about an open container law and how the old open container law doesn't have any provision for exceptions for events. This sounds like the kind of event where such an exception would make sense, but we don't have a mechanism to do that. So does that preclude, I don't know if that was in your plans anyway, but.
Well, I was under the impression that there was not currently an open container law on the books. So that right now, nothing would stop people from walking the streets with open containers as is. Not that they do, but there's not.
I thought you found that there was one from 30 years ago.
30 years ago, it's been in place. It's outdated, but technically it's in place.
If that were possible, that would be a big help. I mean, the entire thing is gonna take place in primarily two places. If they're listening to a band in front of the Knicks, and then they'll walk and then listen to a band in front of State Street. So I suppose walking between, you don't necessarily have to have, a drink in your hand. I mean, it would be something I'm sure people would enjoy being able to do. But we could definitely get around that if that's not an option.
I think given the current ordinance that's in place and the lack of meetings between now and then to change it, I don't know that we could do that even if we wanted to. We have to enforce the ordinances that are in place, right?
But it has to be reinforced. It's outdated then?
So it's still on the books. It's technically still in place that there cannot be no container within the borough. It has not been updated in close to 40 years, but it's technically still on the books that all open containers of alcohol can be on the streets of the borough.
We've had no issues with it over the years at all, and we've had events and everything, so. I think that's why we decided we weren't going to vote on doing the open container. ordinance. Yeah, we just,
The rule said we can't do it, right?
Well, but I think to the point you're making, you can have an event where, you're not.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah,
very
that
nice
doesn't
if
have to-
possible,
yeah, that's-
but not a
We each have
requirement.
patios and outdoor spaces that the ordinance is not.
You finish your drink here.
Correct.
I
So
think that's a very good reason for us though to bring that ordinance back onto our agenda and pass it so that we have a provision to be able to make an exception that
Right.
allows the police department to, know what they're enforcing and what they're not.
sure.
Yeah, I'll have to use that, whatever.
Sure.
Absolutely. When I supported the policy, my only concern was the lack of a safety plan. So with that chief, that's just something.
Yeah, I
to
didn't
look
see
at.
that, so.
Right.
Just given where the anticipated block party is going to be, that was just my concern from the borough's perspective as far as safety and mitigation of any sort of incidents.
Normally, I have, for a special event permit, if they're supposed to be in 60 days
Right.
beforehand. I've been talking to Mike back and forth. So that is when I look over it and, obviously as Kevin is the new chief, he would look over it. we haven't gotten, we have not gotten a complete application or a complete, or the road closure for Depot Street, because people have to sign off on that. I haven't gotten I have not gotten any documentation paperwork, so I cannot approve anything. That's why with council, I would need something from council, because for my approval, it's past my window of
Is it-
opportunity. That's my problem, is that,
The business is signing off. I've been collecting signatures. Some of the businesses on Depot Street aren't open very often, and it's, you know, kind of hard to catch them. The three that were the toughest to get, I just got. So I did get their signatures. So, there's the tattoo parlor down the street. I still need his, but he and I had spoken when I first sent the paperwork in, and he's completely on board. That was before I knew I needed to get the signature, so I didn't get a signature at the time, but he would absolutely sign without a doubt. So I'll get that, done.
So are you suggesting then that you would need a motion from us that
I would.
would basically allow us to approve the application contingent upon you receiving a completed application?
correct. Because it's not in the normal timeframe. Our special events, people have to get them in 60 days beforehand with the completed application. I have nothing in front of me right now.
Does that seem right, Drew, that we would approve the
Sure, it would
event
be-
contingent upon the approval
Yeah, if you get a motion to basically make the exception for the 60-day window that's within the special event permit and the 30-day window within the road closure block party permit.
Okay.
That's what was followed as well.
Okay.
And I just have one question. I love this idea, but for safety issue, do you have in mind how to block off that road? Just for
So-
safety?
We were thinking, just like we would do, like for Ice Fest, have the horses across the road on both ends. We have, people with, side by sides, and walkie talkies, which you know yourselves anywhere, right? If anything needs to be done, we can get down, have like if somebody needed to get through, we can get down, get the blockade moved and allow access. And I've been here every Saturday afternoon. Not a ton of cars come down Depot Street on a Saturday afternoon, so I don't think, like, it's not like a crazy, it's not like we're trying to close down like
And
State
that's-
Street.
Yeah.
That's part of the
It's out
application
there.
that you would have
Yeah.
to sign off on
Yeah.
anyway, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I love the idea. I love it.
Thank you, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, we can have bands play and I could put the bull on the deck, but I want more people in the town. I want people to stick around. We started getting the young people coming to the bar now, and it's fantastic. And I've said this so many times, it's not even funny. The kids that are being raised in Clark Summit, the 22, I would say the 20-year-olds, they're 21 and older, but they're all the nicest, most respectful kids. And they're super friendly, they're so well behaved, and my favorite part, they come, they drink, they have fun, and then they take Ubers home, and God bless them for that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the best part. So.
I'll make a motion then that we authorize you to make an exception to approve this event application contingent upon it having all the required components for you to approve as well as the chief to approve.
Could we have a date for that? So there is enough time for the chief and I to review, and if we have to make any changes.
How about Friday?
With 3 weeks' notice, that's Friday. So there you go.
There's a second, I believe.
Kathleen, right?
I second it, yes.
Great. Okay, on the question, does anybody have any other questions for me? Okay,
And chief, if you have anything you want, like anything that you'd like to see happen or in place or whatever, just let me know and I'll make sure
We'll talk about more specifics.
Perfect. Sounds good.
okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
In favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
It's my lucky shirt.
That's your birthday gift.
Thank you, guys.
Is there anyone else who would like to address council? Okay, the next thing on our agenda is our police report.
I won't be as long-winded as Chief Yarn. June was a standard month, I would say, standard issue. The e-bike saga continues. We started citing kids, unfortunately. We hate being the bad guy, but, we warned the kids, and we warned the parents, and the kids are still out there riding. So we started writing.
Have you seen that go down though since the accident?
100%. Between the citations, it was citations were, I think on Monday, and I think the accident was on Thursday. And ever since that, the bikes have noticeably declined.
Good.
And I've talked to a lot of parents who are selling them. Kind of wait and see, so. That's it. We have the range. Our secretary's out on maternity leave. Yeah. There's Hunky Dory.
Did we made a motion last time to allow the hiring of a full-time officer pending the interviews by the personnel committee. Has that happened yet?
I'm so sorry. I'm focused on something else. What was your question?
Did the interviews happen? Were they able to get all of their testing done?
Yeah.
As they have?
The testing is being
Officer
done.
hired.
Yes, testing is being done. He had everything set up. If the personnel committee wants to commit on that, comment on it, but yeah, we have a chosen officer.
Okay.
Justin Wilkie.
So you're good from a staffing standpoint then at the moment?
Great.
You want to tell us about how much you dislike dealing with part-timers?
I'm okay
Not
for
yet,
right now.
okay.
I'm okay for right now. Not on day one.
All right, sounds good.
So, no, we're in good shape. Happy with the new hire. We're not really gaining anybody. We're just replacing these, so. But he's sliding right in. It's turnkey operation. Mr. Wilkie, Officer Wilkie. Be a good fit.
Good.
And, our personnel, Jean, Sue, and myself, we did the interview with the 3 officers, and we kind of all were on the same page as to who we would like to fill your shoes for you, so.
It was a solid choice.
Very good.
And I will let council know once all the conditions are met.
Perfect.
But he's well on the way. He's been very on top of it.
Perfect. Continue in a good direction. Now, would our chief like to stay for the rest of the meeting, or would you like the mayor to?
If I can be dismissed, that's great. If council wants me to stay, I'll happily stay.
No?
So dutiful.
Order. People in the audience.
Officer Lindsay will happily protect you. He's
Yes,
on
he
3
is.
o'clock in the morning, so. You guys can wrap it up by 2:30. I think you appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
See ya.
Is our girl treasure report?
Being that it's the first of the month, we don't have all the numbers. We'll get it next time.
Okay.
We'll have both months.
Perfect. Is, well, our vendor payments, we don't have those.
Same,
either, right?
correct. Yep, same.
There we go. Under old business, we have the CDBG resolution and agreement for the 220,000 for our senior center.
Do you want me to speak to that, Jen?
Like Josh.
So I thought maybe we would have something to actually review and be able to vote on tonight, but we do not. Basically, the update for council is that the bids did come back for all of that senior center work, and they came back very, very high relative to the estimates that Highland Associates had done and relative to the budget we set aside. So I've been communicating with Mark Spatz. I've been seeing some correspondence from the county. We're trying to sort out what our options are with the bids we have, or if we have to go back out to bid. So there's nothing for us to do tonight. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll have something to do, or at least we'll know a path forward. That's all.
So you're okay with that for right now, then, Josh? you can- The next item is Chris Yarn's firearm, block 47.
The police association would like to purchase that for him as a retirement gift.
So Do we have to vote on that, Jen? And-
Yes.
Okay, you authorize it?
I'll make a motion.
I'll
Thank
second.
you. And second by Steve. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Favors have it, 6-0. The next item is the State Street HOP PennDOT letter from PC.
Well, if anybody has any questions, we talked about it at the work session.
Do we have to do anything with this? We have to vote to send this letter?
Well, I believe so, because this was, okay,
Okay.
drafted by the planning commission wanting your approval to send it to PennDOT.
I would make the motion that we send this letter with the recommendations articulated by our planning commission.
Right.
Second.
Thank you, Steve. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, favors have it, 6-0. New business is our multi-model grant.
Yes, our engineers are working on, what they call it a multimodal grant for, including, I believe it's 4 different streets in the borough to be paved.
Right.
And so that has to be submitted by the end of July. The resolution that we need wasn't ready for today, so what I'm asking is if we can recess and vote at the work session, because it would be great to get this grant application in by the end of July.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we'll be voting on that at the work session.
Okay, that sounds great then. Thank you, Jim. Next is our solicitor's report.
So the only update I have is, I spoke with, Ron Parasol last week relative to Clock Tower. He is reaching out to, Mr. Decker, who I also spoke with this week, set a time to walk the property so that that can be removed within the next 30 days here.
Okay.
So they're going to be doing that. And Mr. Decker's only other thing was if we were gonna remove the pine tree on that property, I said that can be discussed with Mr. Parasol when they bought that property, but I believe that was actually up. That tree was on the property at the time we made that agreement back in 1984, whenever it was, so that would not be included with the work that.
He's asking us to remove that tree.
Yes.
I figured there was gonna be a glitch in it.
So, but again, at this point, it's kind of all of our interests in
Exactly.
Mr. Parasol, but just so you're aware, they are working together to find a date that we will get Walsh Electric on board with as well, so that we're all on the property the same day.
Sure.
Doing work within 1 to 2 days. Putting that behind.
Good, thank you.
That is a good report. Thank you very much. Okay. And our only correspondence is from Artie Franks, right, Jen?
I don't know if council had a moment to read over it, so whatever your thoughts are.
Is there any? I mean, can we do that if we want to? Can we restrict parking there to? Then that becomes something that has to be enforced. I don't know. Seems,
The confusing thing is, it says the park closes at dusk. There's a sign there that says it. Artie would like to see a sign, you know, because it's residents that are parking overnight there. And this has been quite an issue, I guess, so. Can they be ticketed,
I was just gonna ask
evidently,
that.
if they're parking there after dusk, because you're not supposed to be in the park after dusk.
well, that might be the place to start, is to
Yeah.
ask the police department if they can keep an eye on that and enforce what's already signed.
Yeah,
If the park is borough property and there's signs that's open from dawn to dusk, whenever it closes, it's technically a trespass if they're there after hours. So
Sure.
maybe the police department for the next month or so will take a look at it and see.
yeah.
It just, to me, it seems impossible to enforce that we put up a sign that says park users only, because then all somebody has to do is walk out of their house and go stand in the park and they're a park user. It just seems impossible to enforce.
But I think it's the same people that are doing it all the time, so I think once they nip it in the bud, that will eliminate it too.
Yeah, they get ticketed, they never stop.
Yeah.
I'll send that down to the new chief.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so executive sessions prior, during, and subsequent, we had none. So you would like to make a motion to recess, not adjourn.
Correct.
Right?
Yep, absolutely.
Motion to recess.
Okay,
Second.
there we go, we're gonna resolve there.
Right.
Happy holidays.
Thanks, Mark.